One way, like we were talking about, I don't really dry this one since you're going for that latex. I think fresh is best on this. You can make a tea out of the fresh plant, but what we did for a long time was just tincture it 1 to 2 in a high proof alcohol, which is what they say to do for a lot of herbs, and it made a decent painkiller. I had also heard of people to make an opium lettuce, taking it, milking it, boiling it down until you're left with a tar, and people would smoke the tar. So one year we needed to extract things in a high proof alcohol so we could mix them with CBD. And so I was like, well, we could boil it down to a resin and try to extract it in a high proof alcohol for the CBD blend. And that became my best way to extract it. Most of the time I don't boil it all the way down into tar, but I will take like a 4-gallon stock pot. And this stuff is everywhere, especially if you just let it go at your property. And I would just run it through a food processor and blender to get them chopped up really small, and then cover it with just enough water where it could kind of boil in there, but you don't want to add a whole lot of water to it because you're trying to get the water boiled back down in the long run. So from that 4-gallon stock pot, I'd bring it to a boil and then simmer it a few hours. Never real scientific on exactly how long with that. And then we would press that and we would end up with a smaller pot of liquid that I would then simmer down until I had about 2 cups from that 4 gallons. And then in that 2 cups of liquid, I would add 2 cups of pure grain alcohol, so it's going to be shelf stable. And with that, it made a very effective muscle relaxant. It can help with sleep, like painkiller, especially if your sleep is due to like just discomfort in the body. Then wild lettuce is very effective on that. The first time I took it that way was in our muscle melt formula, which just has blue vervain we'll probably talk about, and it was a really effective muscle relaxer at a low dose in that. Then my hip went out one Friday evening when I couldn't get to the chiropractor till Monday, and I was like, oh, this is hurting so bad. I have that wild lettuce tar, and I went and took a dropper full of it. And then an hour later, I was like, why do I feel high? Like, I really felt like I had smoked weed or something. It was that intense of a high. So that makes a very effective pain reliever, and that's what is in our muscle melt now.